Namaste and Namaskar. Thank you so much for joining us. Muy bienvenido a todo el mundo. Hoy estoy montando aceite de palo vencedor. Today I'm building palo vencedor or satinwood oil, and we're extracting the oil from the seeds of the tree. Now, I don't know what you guys may purchase when you buy at the local botanicals. Most of the time that stuff is a mineral oil with a fragrance, some food coloring, and God knows what else. There might be an original out there. I, on the other hand, I like to make my own stuff, and what I sell is authentic. And I pride myself in that. So I have my vessel here. I've already prepared some of the seeds. That liquid and substance is going to be transferred in here, and then the foliage and the branches is going to then be collected in the other portion of the vessel, and it's going to be steamed, and the oil and the hydrosols will be extracted and then separated. You can use this oil for dressing your candles. You can use it for baths. You can use it for certain magic attributes. You could also use it to make like oil lamps. You could add a few of the drops into a mineral oil, and you can burn it to achieve certain goals. That's another type of magic of oil lamps, very similar to candles. I will cover that on another video, because it's much more in-depth than just adding oil and praying and etc. There's much more, it's a much more intricate magic, and I use it a lot. I love it. It's very effective. One thing I just want you guys to know, that magic, or the magic that I've learned and acquired, you can achieve different results through different methods. You can, yes, you can take a bath. That's awesome. You can light candles. That's great. You could also utilize the four elements: fire, earth, wind, and water in different sections to achieve the same magic. So it's not limited to just one modality. You can use different modalities for different purposes. Not every medicine or pill works for every individual. You know, you may have 5 people with financial difficulties. You can't prescribe the same remedy to all 5 people. And the reason why it might work with one and not the rest, or 4 and minus 1, is because every person is at a different vibration. And that vibration has to be changed if you wish to obtain the goal. So if this person is, like, let's say a negative Nelly, and she's trying to achieve something, she has to climb up a certain ladder, or the ladder of the frequency of vibrations, to at least sustain that vibration to achieve the financial wealth, the financial stability, the love. And I just want to be clear, not every medicine works for every individual. Sometimes you have to try different things. People in my realm, people who work with magic and clients, some of us, we get a lot of bad rap. And it was like, oh, I went to this person and they did a bath or they did a ceremony and it didn't work. And I paid so much money. I get all these calls and emails about the same thing. And I'm like, maybe the modality that they used for you was not the remedy. Something else had to be done. And sometimes even us, we lack that on that sight that says, this individual is vibrating at a different frequency, and killing a chicken to a legua, or etc., is not the solution for this individual. And so it is our duty and our responsibility not only to prescribe something for you, but to find that which matches you or your frequency. So that being said, please don't be so harsh on us either, and don't be so harsh on yourself. So if you tried something, an herbal bath, prayers, or crystal, and it's not functioning for you, I do recommend trying a different modality. That's like one of the main keys about magic. Meditation works wonders because it allows you to listen to the voice of God, the higher self, etc. Versus in prayer where you're talking to God, attempting to change his mind. And when that being decides one thing, that's what it is. The only thing you could ask of God in reality is his mercy. If you look up the word mercy, the definition is quite beautiful. It is asking for something when you yourself don't deserve it. And that other individual, in his kindness and in his grace, will give that to you. Not because you asking for it, but because he is so generous, or she is so generous and open-hearted enough to have at times pity on you, compassion, and grant you what you want. But even the most darkest of hours are lessons for us to learn. I've gone through them, my vibrations going up and down. It's part of our life. Recently, I felt very tapped out spiritually, and I asked myself, what is this? What's going on? So I looked astrologically, what's going on with the planets and moon and all these different things. And I had to find something to recharge myself. Fortunately for myself, I have an abundance of different herbs, but that's not always the case. Sometimes it's consuming a tea. Sometimes it's a certain meditation, certain mantra. Sometimes even just getting out from where your environment is somewhere else, so your energy shifts. Remember, when you're interacting with people and places, you are interchanging energy. So you're grabbing some of theirs, they're taking some of yours, the environment's giving you some of theirs, you're giving some back, and it's a connection. And that connection is always ever present. So if you want wealth, guess what? Go visit places of wealth. Go try to hang out with people who have financial wealth. Money is not financial wealth. Money is money. That's a different vibration. But if you want to experience financial wealth, that type of prosperity, you're not going to experience that sitting at home. My recommendation is, if you live in New York, go hang out, have lunch at Wall Street. Look at the pubs and the bistros nearby and order yourself a sandwich there and sit amongst these people. Hear their conversations. Grab some of their energy, because that is going to change your flow. And this stuff, satinwood, palo vencedor, is a very specific herb that deals with winning a certain challenge. That's its frequency. If your frequency is down here and this is up here at a higher range, you're not in balance. You need to come into that balance. This guy here is amazing to do that too. Excuse me. You can do these in baths. You can use it dry or fresh. Depends on what you want to do. The dry stuff is good because you can keep it in the cubby. And when you feel that down moment, you can go into your cubby and grab it out and utilize it. Versus fresh, you have to wait until it arrives, or you go and pick it up. So keep your little cubby holes with your little, dry stuff for those emergency events. This stuff is a quite popular item at our store. I have about 3 or 4 of these trees in the back. I enjoy them so much, I meditate under them, or I'll just contemplate under them, and that changes my frequency. The other thing of the magic we do here, or that I do here, is that my plants all intergrow into each other. And it looks a little crazy and messy, but what's going on is that each herb is transmitting some of its energy and its ashe, frequency, vibe, onto the other, and the others onto it. So yes, you're getting Vencedor, but there's a whole bunch of road opener growing right under it. And there's soursops growing next to it, yerba mate, cactuses, all sorts of different things. I'm not sure if in the video you'll see the butterflies passing. I love butterflies. They're part of the environment, part of my field. And that is a harmony I keep in my garden, because that as well is being transmitted. So when you're buying our stuff, or you're obtaining our stuff, you're receiving part of that frequency. I think I pretty much covered this. I gotta get busy because I gotta start transferring. I see a lot of people requesting this stuff, and I wish you the very best, and may the best always come from all of your efforts. May the greatest good be for the majority, including yourself. And I leave you with that. Brahma Shanama. Namaste.